This is the case of missing Quinton Simon, 20-month-old toddler, reported missing by his mother over 3 weeks ago today. Law enforcement has conducted thousands of hours of investigating and collecting evidence, which led them to search a landfill for his remains. They have been searching this landfill for over 2 weeks, tirelessly, day in and day out. Now, things do seem to be getting lost in the shuffle here a little bit with protesters protesting protesters. Protesters have been getting arrested. Now, YouTubers getting arrested. I know Jimmy of Dolly Vision was just arrested yesterday. And all the while, this child has not been found. And his mother, the prime suspect in his demise and disappearance, is still walking free, taunting protesters, smiling and laughing on camera, dancing in the windows for the protesters. This is reminding me of the Casey Anthony case, and let's hope that it does not turn out that way. So now let's go back to the evening before he was reported missing. According to the babysitter, who is a credible and caring person in Quinton's life, she was at the time, according to her, the children were returned home around 5:30 p.m. the evening before. So now we have dinner time and then bedtime that Leilani would have been responsible for. We also know that around 2:30 a.m. is when the back door was opened. It was opened and remained open until around 5:30 a.m. So we can probably safely assume that something happened before 2:30 a.m. when this door was opened, probably to lay the foundation to say that the child was taken from the home. So law enforcement knows that Quinton is no longer with us. And how do they know that? Okay, I did see a video where they were bringing a dog in. This would be a sniffing dog, a cadaver dog. And we could probably assume that that dog did hit inside of the home, letting them know that Quinton is no longer with us. Now, the reason that I say this was a recipe for disaster is because here we have a 22-year-old young mother. She has 2 toddlers and an infant baby, 3 children age 3 and under. All are very demanding ages. But what do we know about a 20-month-old? A 20-month-old is teething, and they're teething those big molars in the back, which is painful and uncomfortable and causes a child that age to cry. Children of that age are very clingy. They want up, they want to be held. They're teething, they're uncomfortable. And so we can think that there could have been an incident where Leilani wanted to stop him from crying, stop him from waking the baby. If his crying woke the baby, then Leilani would not be able to go to sleep herself. She would be up. And I'm sure many of us have encountered new mothers with new babies, and you'll hear them say, "Shh, be quiet, the baby's sleeping. Don't wake the baby. I just got the baby to sleep. Be quiet. Don't wake the baby up." So could there have been an incident like that? Now, it's not unknown that when a child is crying like that, and maybe a mother is overwhelmed, that they would take a hand and put it over the mouth of the child to stop them from crying or hollering. And an adult hand is big enough to fit over both the nose and the mouth of a child. So we could have a situation like that. Now, we'll go back to this recipe for disaster. There were other circumstances that could be stressors in this situation. We have Leilani's mother, Billie Jo Howell, who had filed eviction papers to Leilani and her boyfriend, and possibly the children too. I don't know. Then on top of that, she filed and demanded child support for Quinton, which could make us think that this could be something that happened out of spite or resentment. These things do happen. They are unfortunate, but they do happen. Then we could go to, was there an accident? Yes, there could have been an accident, but once that child is removed from the place that the accident happened and placed somewhere else, deposited somewhere else, dumped somewhere else, whatever you want to say, it is no longer an accident at that point. At this point, it is no longer an accident. That child was removed from the place of the accident and put somewhere else, dumped somewhere else, deposited somewhere else, whatever we want to say. Now, the reason that there has not been an arrest is because they need to recover the remains. They need to know what to charge her with. They need to properly charge her. We all want justice in this case. And the only way we're going to get that is if there's a very solid case, all the T's crossed, all the I's dotted, so that we can have justice in this case. So we need to be patient and trust the system, trust law enforcement, trust FBI, and we will have justice in this case. So this is as far as I'm going to go today, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Let's hope and pray that closure will happen in this case, an arrest will happen in this case, and justice will happen in this case. And I do believe it will happen in this case. Thanks, guys.